I'm proud to call constituency number 1 my home, the home of champions.
St. Kitts and Nevis has come so far. We cannot risk our future with labor. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to uncontrollable crime when homicides were nearly 40 per year and safety was not a priority. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to reckless spending of taxpayers' dollars when over $500 million were unaccounted for in labor-designed projects like La Valley and Kittishan Hill. St. Kitts and Nevis was poorer. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to selling passports to suspected international criminals. A time when all Kittishans and divisions were placed on a banned list. Today, under Timothy Harris, the People's Labour Party is building a stronger economy and making our communities safer. Only the PLP has the plan, the people, and the passion to grow our economy, create more jobs, and keep our streets safe.
We welcome all of you to help us deliver the secure future which all of us deserve.
Let's protect and build a better future. We've come a long way. Our streets are safer, our economy is stronger, and our people protected. St. Kitts and Nevis can have a secure future, but we cannot take this future for granted. International storm clouds are gathering. Predictions of a global economic recession would hit us hard. This would cause less jobs, less opportunities, and increased pressures on cost of living. In these uncertain times, we need experienced leadership to secure our future. Leadership that will protect our people by keeping and improving PAP and STEP. Leadership that will build on the peace, enhance and improve it so it never falls apart. Leadership that will create more jobs and more opportunities for our young people. Timothy Harris and his PLP team have a strong record of protecting the economy and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. They have a strong plan to grow the economy, improve the peace so our streets stay safe, deal with cost of living pressures, and create more jobs. Timothy Harris leads a PLP team of genuine community members who know the importance of delivering locally and being accountable to their community. Now is not the time for inexperienced or lazy leadership. There is too much at stake. At this election, you will decide who will manage our economy and protect the people. Only a vote for your PLP candidate will deliver a secure future with a growing economy, protection for the people, and more jobs. A vote for any other candidate will put our economy, jobs, and community safety at risk. So let's keep growing the economy. Let's keep protecting the people. Let's keep creating jobs. Vote PLP, and let's keep delivering a secure future.
It's so easy like ABCD 1, 2, 3. PLP, welcome all our way. Everybody full of confidence in a orange. We're moving mountains to ensure poor people's progress. Yes, they broke their promise and try to take advantage. We got representatives who would not regret. Young people speak, you got a voice around the table. We promote and empower the youth. We uplift families and make their life more stable. Your contributions are deserves a salute. We come together and build a nation for the next generation. For a stronger, safer, brighter future. PLP welcome everybody. Know who you rolling with. B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Who you rolling with? B to the L to the L to the L to the B. So you're voting for the People's Labour Party. We welcome everybody.
I'm proud proud to call constituency number 1 my home, the home of champions. It is where I grew up and established a reading program for children at the Tucker Clark Primary School, paid for children to see the doctor, and helped single mothers with their groceries. I know the challenges you face because I lived them with you. Now I want to do more, deliver more, and improve the lives of more of our people. As your elected representative, I want to be answerable to you and accountable to you. That is why I have signed my contract with you. This is my personal commitment that I will deliver on my plans to grow our local economy, protect our people, and create more jobs. My contract with you will grow our economy by constructing a new food market with proper facilities, supporting local businesses by offering advice on how to write a business plan and access financing, and my contract will protect the people by delivering a center for the elderly where loved ones can be cared for during the day, expanding the services offered at the Newtown Health Center, re-establishing the General Sports Club, and setting up a network of lawyers who will provide free legal advice. My contract will create more local jobs by building more homes as well as improving the facilities for netball, tennis, basketball, baseball, and cricket. I can deliver on this contract because the PLP, under the economic leadership of Dr. Timothy Harris, has proven we can secure the economy under any circumstances. With a global recession predicted, we can't afford to risk having inexperienced or absent leadership. We have to move forward. On election day, vote for Jacqueline Bryan in constituency number 1. Remember, Jacqueline and the SAW is who you're voting for.
For far too long, our community has been let down by absent representatives. That is why I've signed this contract to deliver a secure future for you. I will be the first representative to actually live here in the constituency. I've raised my family here, created jobs here, run football clubs here, and work hard to sustain the peace here. This contract will continue that work and ensure I am the first representative to truly be accountable to you. My contract with you will grow our economy, fighting for our tourism business to bounce back stronger, supporting new business industries like IT, engineering, construction, exploring new avenues in agriculture like medical marijuana production, using my business experience to help local entrepreneurs write successful business plans. My contract with you will also protect the people, constructing apartment buildings so that every young person can own a home, protecting the peace program, enhancing it with skills training so that our youths can give back to our community. Vitally, my contract with you will create jobs, encouraging local business to hire from within the constituency, fighting for targeted help for each business while creating those jobs, and training our youths with the skills they need to succeed in life. Unlike others, I will deliver on these plans because the track record of the People's Labour Party under the economic leadership of Dr. Timothy Harris has proven that we can secure the economy under any circumstances. As your representative, I will never be absent. My office will remain open 5 days a week, so we can always provide the representation you need. With rising global uncertainty, we need a representative who is committed to delivering for the people, not absent representation, nor inexperience, nor lazy leadership. On election day, vote for a secure future. Vote for my plan. Vote for Nubian Greer.
Just 2 short years ago, you elected me to deliver a secure future for you and our community. Despite unprecedented challenges, I've worked day and night to deliver my commitments to you. In Trinity Heights, the water issues have been fixed. In Limekeel and Buckles, the unsanitary issues have been resolved. St. Johnson, Lagreet communities, your community center is being upgraded. In Lagreet, land transfers and infrastructure development are being delivered. And despite COVID, major upgrades at JNF and the Cardin home are on the way. But I am not done yet. There is so much more to do and do together. You elected me for 5-year term. So West Bastia, I say, let me finish the job. Keep Aquila delivering for you. I want you to keep me to my word. Keep me accountable to you. That's why I've signed my contract to you, so we can keep delivering a secure future for our community. My contract with you will grow our economy by transforming my office into a community hub for training, classes, and workshops, expanding agriculture, and developing a facility at Palmetto Point for our fishers to sell their catch. My contract will protect the people by providing a mentorship program for students, and I will keep fighting hard for more homes and better road acts across West Bastia. Boyd's, West Farm, Palmetto Point communities, the upgrade to your community center will be completed to make it fit for purpose. My contract with you will create more jobs by mentoring entrepreneurs, establishing a monthly business fair, and launching training opportunities for creatives to develop their art. I can deliver on this contract because the PLP, under the economic leadership of Timothy Harris, has proven that we can secure the economy under any circumstances. With a global recession being predicted, we can't afford to go back to the years of neglect we had under the former Labour administration, or settle for the absent representation PAM has given our neighbours. We have to move forward by growing our economy, protecting the people, and creating more jobs. On election day, vote for a secure future. Vote Aquila Byron Nisbet in number 3 and keep Aquila delivering for you.
I'm Kende Library, your PLP candidate for constituency number 4. You, the people of number 4, deserve a representative who is committed to you, who is committed to delivering for you, and who you, the people of number 4, can hold accountable. That is why I have signed this contract to deliver the secure future for you, the people of number 4. I know what our community needs because I have lived there all my life. I have walked our roads, gone to our schools, played on our fields, and worked in our community. My contract with you, the people of number 4, will grow our economy. I will fight for a Center for Crafts and Tourism businesses in Wingfield Heights. Provide tools and fundings for our local farmers across the constituency, and develop a fuel facility for fisher folks in the old road fisheries. My contract will protect the people with at least 100 new homes in Challengers, Birchers, and Conyers. Develop new sporting leagues. We develop the Old Road Healthcare Center with a 24-hour service, and improve and protect the peace program, of course. My contract will create more jobs across the constituency with a constituency-wide employment program, a learning resource center in the Old Road Community Center, and a long-term job plan for transforming the education and opportunities in number 4, including upgrading the 2 William Primary School and the Virtual High School. I can deliver this contract because the PLP, under the economic leadership of Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, has proven we can secure the economy under any circumstance. With a global recession predicted, we can't afford absent and lazy representative. There's too much at stake here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So you, the people of number 4, keep me to my word. Let us work together to restore number 4 and deliver a secure future for you, the people of number 4. So on election day, go out and vote for Kende Library. Put your X by the side.
When we say SP, we're the best be, we mean it. But for too long, we have been let down by lazy representation that does not show up to work. You deserve a local champion with a track record of delivering. Born to a struggling family in Sandy Point I have set up 2 successful businesses, created dozens of local jobs, trained young people, and helped to run the Boy Scouts of Sandy Point and the Sandy Point Spirit Group. I have a vision for a secure future for Sandy Point, Fig Tree, and La Valley, where everyone can fulfill their potential. I want to be accountable to you. And that is why I have signed a contract with you to deliver the secure future that you deserve. My contract with you will grow our local economy by giving our entrepreneurs a strong voice with a new business association, and by launching a business incubator which will help craft successful businesses with successful business plans, mentor young people, and provide access to finance. My contract with you will protect our people by establishing social programs to eradicate poverty throughout the constituency, upgrading the Poxton Medical Facility, and enhancing the peace. My contract with you will create more jobs by constructing a solar farm for reliable and cheaper power in Sandy Point, training young people with apprenticeships and skills, setting up a commercial park in High Point for shops and businesses, and constructing a fishing facility at Fig Tree. I can deliver on this contract because under the national economic leadership of Dr. Timothy Harris, the PLP has proven that we can secure the economy under any circumstances. There's a global recession predicted. We cannot afford lazy leadership who doesn't show up to work. There's too much at stake. On election day, vote to secure your future. Vote for Stachio Williams in constituency number 5.
Far too long, we have had the same representative neglecting our community. I live here and know we deserve more. I am proud to support our local fishers as the Director of Marine Resources and play basketball for the Detbe Lions. Our community can be so much better. We deserve a fresh start. We cannot be ignored. We cannot be taken for granted anymore. I want to deliver for you, to be accountable to you. That is why I have signed a contract with the people of constituency number 6 to deliver my plan for a secure future for our communities. My contract with you will grow our economy with a new commercial space in Sadlers for businesses to start up, new fisheries facilities in Detbe, and a new bus terminal in the north of the island to help people to get to work. My contract with you will protect the people with a new health center in Newton Ground, new coastal protections across the constituency, and more housing so people have somewhere safe and secure to live. My contract with you will create more jobs with a training center in St. Paul's to help people to get the skills they need, more support for fishers and farmers so they can create jobs, and more government services. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris has proven he can secure the economy, so I will work with him and the PLP team to deliver my contract with you. With global uncertainty, we cannot afford lazy or absent representation. There is too much at stake. So together, let's deliver a secure future for constituency number 6. On election day, vote for Mark Williams as your next representative for constituency number 6.
I have always believed in serving my community. That's why I built a bus company to bring community closer together and create real local jobs. I've worked on and sponsored community initiatives and proudly manage the St. Peter's football team. I always deliver and I am always accountable. I believe that if you say you are going to do something, you do it. That's why I've signed my contract for you to deliver on my local plan and start something great in number 8. My contract with you will grow our economy with a shopping mall in St. Peter's, to support our local traders, a business trip in Connery to attract tourists, and a new walkway from Paris Village to Douglas Estate. My contract with you will protect the people by fixing the water supply so you can access safe, reliable water, by completing the health center in St. Peter's and building a new one in Connery, and by building more homes across the constituency. My contract with you will create more jobs by providing more support for farmers so they can earn a good living, improving the roads and upgrading our sports facilities, such as in Keon, so young people can pursue a career in sports. I'll work with the experienced economic leadership of Dr. Timothy Harris to deliver my contract to you. With predictions of a global recession, there is too much at stake to put our economy in the hands of lazy or inexperienced leaders. Together, let's deliver a secure future and start something great in number 8. On election day, vote Andrew Talbot Bass.
The People's Labour Party PLP has a strong plan to deliver a secure future for all. Our plan will grow the economy to benefit you. The People's Labour Party will reduce VAT, put in more money in your pocket, and we will expand the tourism sector with a new international airport terminal, new hotels, and we will expand the creative arts and other sectors of our economy. St. Kitts and Nevis will only have a secure future if our economy is secure. In these uncertain times, we need experienced economic leadership. Our economy cannot afford inexperienced or lazy leadership. On election day, I invite you to vote for your PLP candidate. Together, let's grow the economy and deliver a secure future for you. Thank you.
Timothy Harris has done so much for this country and for the people of number 7. Just to name a few. The roofing program, Timothy did that. The pub program, Timothy did that. The health patrol school program, Timothy did that.
Above me, I have a good place to sleep.
Hold on, Larry, hold on, I'm not done yet. Hold on.
St. Kitts and Nevis can have a strong and secure future. We can have a future with a growing economy, a future where people are protected, and a future where jobs are being created. But this future will not happen by accident. We live in uncertain times with the risk of a global recession, increasing oil prices, and increasing COVID rates. Now is not the time, therefore, for lazy or inexperienced leadership. Now is the time for strong, experienced leadership that puts our country and people first. So on election day, I encourage you to vote for your PLP candidate. Together, we can deliver a secure future for you. God bless you.
There are several things in my local plan that will help deliver a secure future by growing the economy, creating jobs, and protecting people. For example, the care center for the elderly, so that when you go to work, you don't have to worry about your loved ones. This center will take care of the seniors in East Bastille during the day, so we can ensure that they are well taken care of. We can grow the economy by supporting our local entrepreneurs. We have so many persons in East Bastille with bright ideas. I am committed to assisting them get what they need to realize their dreams by assisting them with developing their business plans and learning how to access financing. We can also create jobs through all the infrastructure projects that I have planned. For example, to find housing solutions, we will need to build houses. And these things can create jobs for persons who are in need of jobs. So I can deliver a secure future for all the constituents of East Bastille. That's why it's important to vote for Jacqueline Bryan in constituency number 1. So remember, Jacqueline and the SAW is who we are voting for.
Marknet is one of the hardest hit communities in St. Kitts as it pertains to gang warfare. Equally so, Market Street, Dorset, and Soho. Those communities suffered tremendously over the past 10, 12 years, 40 murders a year, 50 murders a year. And so I am committed to the peace as it is. I am committed to improving the peace, to make the young men more independent at the end of the day. I'm committed to holding the peace because what it means to our economy, what it means to our families, what it means to our children. And so peace and the peace agreement will always have my 100%.
Made some commitments to the people of number 3. I told them during the last election that I would deliver for them in a number of areas. I want to be able to continue so that I can fulfill those commitments that I would have made to them, plus be able to continue to provide job opportunities, secured future for them, and to make sure that they're able to be landowners, which is something that's so important to the people of constituency number 3. We've started, and I want to be able to continue. They gave me a 5-year mandate, and I want to be able to continue with that 5-year mandate.
The people of number 4 deserves proper representation. They deserve more opportunities, more jobs, and more educational resources. And definitely, I, Kende Liebert, would be willing to work with you, the people, to create these opportunities to secure a brighter future for you, the people of number 4.
All young people in constituency number 5, Sandy Point, Fig Tree and La Valley, should vote for me because I am that person who could deliver more jobs, more opportunities for young persons in business. Being myself a young entrepreneur, I intend to use my skills and my experiences over the years to have business incubators that harnesses and develop the skills of the young people and encourage them to develop their own business. I want to also ensure that through education, our young people can have the opportunities to develop their own talents and pursue whatever career they want. Additionally, as a young man in Sandy Point who have shown that I can get things done, I am an action man, and I would never be that lazy representative that we currently have, whose hands are tied and can't do anything but give excuses. I will never give excuses for the people of Sandy Point, La Valley and Fig Tree, and I'm here to work for you. Let's do it together. Let's win big for the people of Sandy Point, Fig Tree and La Valley.
since 2010, we have developed a number of transformative programs to reshape the fisheries sector. A vote for the People's Labour Party, a vote for Mark Williams will ensure that we continue to improve our food and nutrition security in Dietbe and the surrounding communities from Harris's right on down to Newton. Thank you very much.
I'm here in Atlas Village, the start of my constituency. Now this election coming, it's a very crucial election where we have to make a choice for our future. We have to consider where our gains are and where our losses are. A vote for Labour will put us back where we had bloody streets, mourning parents, children losing their fathers and at early age. Let us vote for Andrew Talbot Bass to secure a safer future and safer streets.
St. Kitts and Nevis has come a long way. Our streets are safer, our economy is much stronger, and our people were protected during the COVID-19 pandemic. We can have a stronger and safer future. But in these uncertain times, that future is under threat. Predictions of a global recession would mean less jobs for our people, less opportunities for our young people, and further increases in the cost of living pressures. This election, you will decide who you trust to manage the economy in these global uncertain times. Now is not the time to choose inexperience or lazy leadership. Only the People's Labour Party PLP has the plan, the people, and the policies to secure our federation's future. So on election day, vote for your PLP candidate and let's keep delivering a secure future for everyone.
St. Kitts and Nevis has come some.
Good night, PLP! Welcome to constituency number 5. Welcome to Hub City. Welcome to Sandy Point. We are ready to begin tonight. We have lots in store, so I want everyone to come on in and join us here on the inside. I'll give you 10 seconds. I'll wait. So take your time. Let's get started. Join me here tonight. We are ready. I'm too far. Maybe you need to come a little closer. Welcome to Sandy Point. Welcome to our manifesto launch tonight. Tonight, we will tell you of our plans that we have to deliver for the people, not only for Sandy Point, but for St. Kitts and Nevis for the next 5 years and beyond. So at this time, help me to bring out to the podium for prayer, Brenda Williams.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here safely tonight. Help us to have a good time. Let everything that is said here be to your honor and your glory, Lord. Cover us all. Let everything go peaceful and quiet. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Brenda. At this time, let us stand for the national anthem. Thank you, Sparry. Good night to the People's Labour Party. Good night to the People's Labour Party. Good night to the People's Labour Party. Yeah. Welcome to constituency number 5. Let me check that. Okay, thought to hear the echo. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, help me to bring on stage our dream team tonight that will tell us about the plans they have for the people of Sandy Point, Constituency 5, and to the entire Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. From constituency number 1, help me bring on stage our champion in East Bastia, Jacqueline Bryan.
Good governance, transparency, inclusivity, yes, that is Jackie. Country above self, there is no one else. Serving East Bastia, the whole community. Healthcare and welfare, let justice be fair. Education is a priority. Youth development, jobs for you and me. East Bastia in the market, there we go, Jackie. Jackie, East Bastia, she's the one for way. In the number 1 constituency, she come uplift her community. Jackie, she taking care of the elderly. Children, middle age, me say everybody. Put up the hands now, show me. I say she can, she strong now, she will conquer. Jackie come here with this and she come to conquer. Who you voting for? Jackie with this song. Who you voting for? Jackie with this song.
Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Good. Jackie and this is who we voting for in East Bastia. Good night, Val. Help me to bring on stage from Central Bastia our next parliamentary representative for constituency number 2 and for the people of Central Bastia, Mr. Nubian Griot.
What the people want? What the people need? Better for you and me. What the people want? What the people need? What the people want? We bring the energy. Number 2, Nubian becoming true. Calling my central co-election, you know what to do. It's no question I can assure you, Nubian is the one for you. It's number 2. Motherless children blow. Last eat have no clothes. A man who show up opportunities, scholarships too. It's no question we can assure you, Nubian is the one for you.
Thank you, Nubian. No doubt about it, Nubian is the one for you in Central Bastia. So on August 5th, who you voting for in Central Bastia? Who you voting for in Central Bastia? And in West Bastia, the case is clear. It will be our lioness being re-elected on August 5th. Akila Byron Nisbet. Help me bring on stage our lioness, Akila Byron Nisbet.
The best, put them up to the test. There's no contest. Killer got the best. She lock down head, she lock down more when yes we need her. She make sure that she take care of the youth and future. When it comes to number 3, killer, you are the red. And there's no one I wanna tell you, yes, you are the best.
Akila bring it. Thank you, Akila Byron Nisbet. In where I cut you off too quick. Akila, bring it. And in constituency number 4, we have a candidate for the people of constituency number 4 that will restore number 4, Mr. Kendall Liebert.
Hear it this, hear it that. Hey, you got to jump up on the block. Yeah. I hear it this, I hear it that. What? Yo, you candidate by the block. I can't lie about that. Hey, 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 hey. Can't lie about that. Shoot up. Can't lie about that. I'm telling you. You hear? I can't lie about that. The man with the plan. Son of the soil, can't the fertile. Restoring number 4 for you, me woman and child. Son of the soil, can't the fertile. Restoring number 4 for you, me woman and child.
Your future secure. It's Kendall Liebert for sure. In constituency number. It's Kendall Liebert for constituency number. When I came tonight, I honestly thought it was a swearing-in ceremony. I thought I had to go back home to change. Because our candidates look good, you know. Our candidates looking ready, you know. Our candidates sharp, you know. And our candidates beautiful, bad. We have 2 beautiful ladies on stage. No other platform you could find so much women on stage representing the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The People's Labour Party. We have women, we have young men, we have proper representation. Help me bring on stage the man who is making a mark in constituency number 6. The man who will rewrite history. Help me to bring on stage to join the team. Dr. Mark Williams.
I say for stronger community. Mark is the one, a resilient man. He cares for you and he cares for me. Mark is the one, Mark Williams. Responsibility and stability. Mark is the one with a super plan. From the back of the land throughout the whole country. Mark is the one, Mark Williams. Come, we have a wish. Mark for number 6, yes. We have a wish. Mark for number 6, yes. We have a wish. Mark for number 6, yes. We have a wish. Mark for number 6, yes. We have a wish. Mark for number 6, yes.
We have a wish. I said we have a wish. We have a wish. And in number 8, it will be something great. After August 5th, it will be Talbot Bass in constituency number 8. Help me bring on stage to join the dream team. Talbot Bass.
A big constituency, once a big man, a strong economy, needs a champion, a man who's capable, ready to rescue. Mr. Talbot, man of the people, so from a to St. Peter, Mr. Talbot is a must. When you hear the bell ring, go and do the right thing, we have an opportunity to be as a priority. Satisfaction, guarantee, vote for Talbot, vote for Talbot, and that's the way to go, that's the way to go, we vote for Talbot, we vote for Talbot. Let them people know, let them people know. Active massive, we them here, player massive, we them here, let them win a linger, we want the big finger, keep massive, we them here, Canada, we them here, when the bell ring, it's time to do your thing. On election day, it's all go all the way. Your wise decision can make a difference. People get a vote to build this nation.
Thank you, Talbot. And we cannot go to Church Street without constituency number 5. The People's Labour Party. We have a candidate that is ready to deliver a secure future for constituency number 5. Help me bring on stage to join the dream team, Mr. Stachio Williams.
Yeah, do he walk to the valley of the shadow of death? Stachio fears no evil. And in these times that we're living in, we cannot afford to be weak and feeble. So Stachio, you number 5 with innovation in mind. Forward by man who makes no excuse. Pull up the slack when things get loose. So number 5, I can see it in your eyes. You're searching for a leader with pride. She always for the people, doing for the people, providing a stronger, safer future, yeah. Delivering for the people, you come to serve the people. SP down to victory and La Valley. With a vision for the people, represent these people. No fear or no favor, yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the SP people, victory La Valley people, Stashy always winning for the people, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. So Stashy always number 5 for the people, yeah. Spirit and your pride for the people, yeah. Show me, Sammy Pine. Number 5, let's go. We support the Stashy, yo. All the things you can do. Number 5, I'm telling you. I realize and I see it in your eyes. You're searching for a leader with pride. Stashy always for the people, doing for the people, providing a stronger, safer future, yeah. Delivering for the people, you come to serve the people. SP down to victory and La Valley. With a vision for the people, represent these people. No fear or no favor, yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the SP people, victory La Valley people, Stashy always winning for the people, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Stashio Williams. Winning for the people of constituency number 5. And to complete our team, they're on fire tonight, you know. You see how good they look tonight? And to complete our team tonight, our dream team, the team that will deliver a secure future for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Our leader, our party leader, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris. Thank you to our leader. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our 8 phenomenal candidates, our dream team, the team that will deliver a secure future to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The team that have signed their contract to the people, signaling their commitment to deliver for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. They have been delivering, and we want you to keep them delivering. And we want you to put them in a position that they can deliver more on the behalf of you, the ordinary people of St. Kitts and Nevis. So I want to thank them for joining this team, the People's Labour Party. And I want to thank you for supporting the People's Labour Party and for supporting each candidate here tonight, representing the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. On August 5th, We must not go backwards. We must go forward with the People's Labour Party. And so we must vote for every PLP candidate in every constituency. We must give Jacqueline Bryan the work in constituency number 1. We must give Nubian Greer the work in Central Bastia. We must give Akila Byron Nisbet the work to keep delivering.
Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work.
We have to give Kendall Liber the work to restore number 4.
Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah.
The people of Sandy Point deserves a champion. Stasio Williams will bring proper leadership to Sandy Point.
Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah.
And in number 6, we have to make our mark in this election. A vote for Mark Williams is a vote for a secure future. Give Mark Williams the work.
Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah. Give me the work, with the work, yeah.
And in number 8, a big constituency deserves a big man. And tonight you're going to hear big plans for number 8. So give Talbot Bass the work.
Give me the work, with the work.
And in number 7, there is no vacancy. There is no vacancy. Vote for our leader, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris.
I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up. I come for this work. Sign me up.
And to the People's Labour Party and to the people of St. Kitts Nevis, I am inviting you to give our 8 candidates the work on August 5th by voting for the People's Labour Party and a PLP candidate in each constituency. They will deliver a secure future for you and your family. Help me bring to the podium tonight at our manifesto launch here in Sandy Point, our first presenter from East Bastia, Jacqueline Bryan. Put your hands together for Jacqueline Bryan.
Transparency, inclusivity, yes, that is Jackie. Country above self, there is no one else. Serving East Bastia, the whole community. Healthcare and welfare, let justice be fair. Education is a priority. Youth development, jobs for you and me. East Bastia in the market, there we go, Jackie. Jackie. East Bastia, she's the one for way. In the number 1 constituency, she come uplift her community. Jackie, she taking care of the elderly, children, middle age, me say everybody. Put up and say she care, she stand and she will conquer. Jackie come here with this and she come to conquer. Who you voting for? Jackie, Jackie with this and Jackie. Who you voting for? Jackie, Jackie.
I ever tell her I love the PLP crowd? I got vibes, you know? I love all your badge, you know? I don't make everything PLP got turn up. I want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight. I particularly want to thank, we got some die-hard PLP, I tell you, sunshine, rain, they come in, everything, they come in. So tonight, I get an opportunity to continue to share my plans with you. Because if it's not for you, it ain't for nothing. We can't ever lose sight that everything we are doing is for you. You guys always hear me tell you so, you know. I always say, it is you who we want to fight for. It is you who Dr. Harris and Akila Byron Nisbet have been fighting for. We only just joining them in the fight. We joining them. but the focus remains the same. It is you, and you. Even my little champion there who always come up with her mommy, it is her we're here to fight for, her future. So I want to remind people again, this election is not just about August 5th. It is about the next 5 years. One wrong choice come August and all our lives could take a turn for the worse. We can't afford it. And what I say, we ain't gambling with the future. And I like when I hear people on the road telling other people so, I hear people saying, yo, we can't gamble with the future. That's right. We can't gamble with the future. In my one-on-one conversations, I am continually asked why I chose to run in this election, especially at this crucial time in our country's history and development. I am running because I care about what will happen to my country. I am running because I care about what will happen in my constituency. I am running because I care about what will happen to you, your children, and my children. As a mother, I know how important it is to ensure we have a stable economy, to ensure that our streets are safe, to ensure we have a strong education system, to ensure that we have opportunities so that she don't feel like she grew up and went to school for nothing, but that there is something for her too, that she too has a place in St. Kitts and Nevis. And so I have a special place in my heart for parents right now who are trying their best to make ends meet. And you have heard me speak about how we are going to support them, how I plan on working with the health center in Newtown to support pregnant mothers and young mothers, because we all know they need as much support as they can get. How we're going to help single mothers. You know how many gentlemen? It is a fact. This ain't just me talking. It is a fact that most of the households in St. Kitts and Nevis are headed by women. A lot of the things you see happening, even with political parties, who organizing them? Women. A lot of things, businesses headed by women, right? We have to support our women. We have to make sure that as hard as they are working, and even if they are not working, we work along with them to ensure they make it. You know how a woman feels when she can't feed her children and she's trying to figure out in the night, how am I going to pay this bill? How am I going to get things for them to go back to school? Anything we can do to support our women. Jacqueline Bryan is here for you. The PLP is here for women and to fight for issues relating to women. We also want to support persons with scholarships. I have proposed giving scholarships in East Bastille because I am saying to you, the past 2 years are some of the roughest years we have ever seen in our life. But that doesn't mean that we can't make a comeback. And with the PLP, we will make a comeback. And it's a comeback we were making when they put us spokes in the wheel. But we can continue. And if you started a little side hustle while we were in the lockdown, I'm saying let us support them and help them continue what they're doing and get better. If you want a little scholarship to go back to AVEC or CFBC to do 1 or 2 subjects that you didn't get to do, to learn how to do mechanics because you find you have a light for it, or you want to do landscaping, you want to get a little better, I am saying Jacqueline Bryan is here to support you and provide scholarships to you, because we have to make sure you are in the best position possible to be successful. Community development, helping each other. We have to help each other. This country cannot grow unless we help and support each other. Not true? And so Jacqueline Bryan is here to make sure we find ways to help and support each other. I also want to develop our sporting facilities, give them an upgrade because they are for the community. And when you go to use them, you must feel a sense of pride. Well, when you walk out on the football field, you already feel like you're playing for Barcelona or one of them. You understand? We must give people a surrounding that they can be proud of. That is why I have proposed a beautification program for the whole of East Bastille. When you enter East Bastia, you must just feel like you're in a different place. I believe we can achieve that. Together we can, and together we will see the transformation we want to see in East Bastia. I'm also proposing that we upgrade facilities like the roads. We are going to roll out a housing plan because we have to find solutions to housing. That is very, very important. One of the biggest issues we have in East Bastia is housing. And I tell them, well, look me, with a PLP administration, we will find a solution. Because where there is Dr. Harris, where is there Keela Byron Nisbet, Nubian Greer, Jacqueline Bryan, Mark Williams, Kendall Libert, Stasio Williams, Mark Williams, Talbot Bass, we will find a way. We will find a way.
Full of confidence in a orange, we're moving mountains.
We're moving mountains. And they're going to want to know how we get it though. Don't worry about that. PLP always get it though. And we will continue to do it. I want to continue to encourage people, when you vote, we're not just voting because we have always voted a particular way. It's time to change that. It's time to change that. You can't be on the pap and the step and vote against it. You understand? Don't stab yourself in your own foot. Don't put a spokes in your own wheel. You know that Jacqueline Bryan has good plans when she talks about how she wants to provide care for the elderly during the day. You said, Jackie, your plans sound good. Vote for the plans. Come out and vote for the plans.
Yeah, yeah.
I thank you for telling me my plans sound good. So vote for the plans. It doesn't make sense for us to vote any other way. We got to think about this thing and reason. Hold a medi if you have to. Don't vote any other way. Vote for the future you want to secure for yourselves. A future that only the PLP can deliver for you and your children. And so in closing, I just want to encourage each and every one of you here. We can't do it alone. We have to bring out as many as we can and encourage our friends, neighbors, mothers, brothers, uncles, nephews, nieces, aunties, everybody to make sure that come August 5th, this country is put on a path that will take us forward and upward because we don't drive in reverse. Forward and upward. I want to thank you all so much for coming out, and I look forward to the rest of the evening. I know that the plans that my colleagues have coming up are going to blow your mind just as much. You like their plans? Vote for the plans. Vote for the plans. Thank you so much. God bless.
Champion, we are champion. People jumping, jumping, champion. Man a champion. 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 See people jumping, jumping. Let me see them hands up. Let me see them hands up. Let me see them hands up.
I can't see the hands. Let me see some hands, PLP. Let me see some hands. We are champions. I want to see all hands, all flags. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We are champions.
Yeah.
We are champions in East Bastia, and we are champion come the 5th of August. Don't forget, you're voting for this, sir. Whenever you're going to the poll, Jacqueline Andy, Nubian Andy, Akila Andy, Timothy Andy, Stasio Andy, Mark Andy, Talbot Andy, Kendall Andy. Who I forget? Stasio Andy. We have to give him the extra because this is the turn. Good night, PLP. I can't stop say good night because I feel formal. I don't know why. They're threatening me to the back. They look like swearing in tonight. Put your hands together for Jacqueline Bryan. She is ready to deliver a secure future for the people of East Bastia. So I want you to rally and tally for Jacqueline Bryan in East Bastia. Jacqueline on this song. And in Central Bastia, the people have already decided that on August 5th, they're going with somebody new, and they're going with new representation, and they're going to vote for Nubian Griot. So help me to bring to the podium Nubian Griot, our next parliamentary representative for Central Bastia.
Good night, Sandy Point. Good night, PLP. What going on? Y'all looking lovely tonight. We are here to protect the people. Everything that PLP did, or going to do is in effort to protect the people. And so, tonight, I will give you a bit more details on how PLP intends to protect the people. And you may ask, why we always talking about protecting the people? Unless we protect you, unless we protect your future and your children's future, we have no place here. So that is our only job, is to make sure that we protect your future and your children's future. We, the 8 candidates, are here for no other reason but to protect your future and your family's future. Yeah, yeah! So one of the best ways that I think that we can protect your future is by giving you the security of having your own home. A lot of us end up in rent for many years. In Central Bastia, there are persons renting apartments from the government for 40 years and has no intention of owning it because of how they negotiated the deal. That will end. And this administration will make sure that we correct those wrongs down in the Garden Housing Project, because Kittians deserve their own home at some point in time. We will provide duty-free concession for college and university graduates to either build, purchase, or renovate enjoy the company of our neighbors and just sit and relax in our own home and in our own communities. Know that this administration have created safer streets, so you could stay out later with your neighbors and just talk and bang a little line. Because we did that. We were there. And so we always ask them, where were they? Because we were always here for you, the poor people, and you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. And so we have a contract nationally, and I have a contract with the people of constituency number 2. My contract would grow the economy by fighting for more opportunities for our contractors. I want to stick a pin right there. I am a contractor, and I am an electrical engineer by trade. Most contractors in St. Kitts and Nevis had suffered for years watching other persons come in and enjoy the fruits of our taxpayer money. That will never happen under a full PLP government. I have been places in St. Kitts where I am a Kittitian with a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. and turn away because they want to hire somebody else with our taxpayers' money. We want contracts for local contractors so they could build their businesses, build their community, empower families, feed families, so they could sponsor a football team, sponsor a book club, sponsor a tennis team, sponsor a school, so we could all grow together in this, our land of beauty. That will never, ever happen under a full PLP administration. We would make sure every contractor in St. Kitts that is qualified to even access work regionally can do so. And so we will be creating spaces for younger contractors here. And with the housing revolution that the Prime Minister has planned after September when we win, would also provide more jobs for contractors, civil work contractors, plumbing contractors, electrical contractors, tiling contractors. Every contractor who has the ability to work and provide quality work will find work under this PLP administration. And so, in concluding, I want to thank my colleagues for journeying with me and putting up with me over the past couple months and answering the call to service. Their passion for the work excites me and gives me energy to continue. I want to invite everyone on August 5th, Friday, August 5th, to vote for the SAR, vote for PLP, vote for every candidate up here, vote for Jacqueline. Put your X by the SAR for Jacqueline. Put the X by the SAR for Akila. And give her the walk. Yeah. Put the X by the SAR for Kendall. And give him the walk. Put the X by the SAR for Stashio. And give him the walk. Put the X by the SAR for Mark. And give him the walk.
Give me the work, where the work down.
Put the X by the SAR for Talbot. And give him the walk.
Give me the work, where the work down.
Put the X by the SAR for me.
Give me the work, where the work down.
And give me
Give
the
me the
walk.
work, where the work down.
Man, God tell you where to put the X in number 7.
Where the work down. Give me the work, where the work down.
You know where to put the X in number 7.
I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work.
It's only PLP now to handle the work. We had labor and they couldn't handle the work. We had PAM and they failed on the work. Now you have a chance to elect PLP and give us the work.
B to the L to the L to the L to the B. And you're rolling with B to the L to the L to the L to the B. So you're voting for the People's Labour Party. You welcome everybody. You're voting for B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we rolling with B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we.
Thank you, Nubian Griot. The People's Labour Party. We welcome everybody. So who you voting for? P to the L to the L to the P. I think that's how Mention said it. So this is how we deliver a secure future. On every platform, other platforms, you will hear all kinds of things. But on this platform, you will hear how our candidates will deliver a secure future. Your future must be secured. Going to the polls on the 5th of August is all about your future. And so you have to vote for a candidate that will be able to deliver a secure future for you and your entire household and your community. At this time, help me to bring to the podium our lioness in number 3, Akila Byron Nisbet, who have been delivering for the people. Oh no, she's still delivering. So help me bring to the podium our candidate who will be re-elected from August 5th based on her track record, Akila Byron Nisbet.
Akila got the best, put them up to the test. There's no contest, Akila got the best. She lock down head, she lock down more, yes we need her. She make sure that she take care of the youth and future. When it comes to number 3, Akila, you are the rep. And there's no one I wanna tell you, yes, you are the best to make the change. Akila make a change.
PLP family! PLP family! Boy, are you sweet satil? Are you sweet satil? Are you really giving this campaign some hype and energy? I love it. I love it. Because of you, we are feeling the momentum. And we are feeling that win come election day, August 5th, 2022. Are you watch the creep up in all the constituencies? They don't got some people out there now don't start to ball and nothing happen yet. They don't trying to spin things and talk about all kind of story because they smell it, they see it, they feel it, they're feeling the People's Labour Party and they're feeling the wind that coming for the People's Labour Party. And it's all because of you. And remember, the only way we can guarantee that win is with each of you show up early at the polls. Make sure you show up early to vote for your People's Labour Party candidate in your constituency.
Watch the creep up.
It's gonna be a creep up indeed. And I am so proud of the slate of candidates that we, the People's Labour Party, have brought before you. So proud. When we started, no one would have seen it coming. But now you can't deny it. This is the real dream team. And tonight we are so proud to be able to deliver what we consider to be our contract with you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I know we know it as a manifesto, but the People's Labour Party and our slates of candidates are so committed to making sure that we deliver for the people, that we are considering this our contract to you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, because you will have to hold us accountable for our delivery to you. The People's Labour Party has the ideas to deliver a secure future for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Our contract with the people will deliver a secure future with a growing economy, protection of our people, and the creation of even more jobs. That is why the PLP winning this election, you know, plain and simple. That is why we have this momentum, plain and simple, because you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, know for a fact that the People's Labour Party is the only party who can deliver a secure future for you. And I am guaranteeing you that is why we will form the next government here in St. Kitts and Nevis. That is why we will deliver for you. Tonight we are here to present to you our programs, policies, and plans, our contracts that will make sure we continue to move St. Kitts and Nevis forward. And my job tonight is to discuss with you our plans as it relates to tourism sector. We all know that tourism plays a vital role in our economy. And the PLP government, with the leadership of Dr. Timothy Harris, will expand and rehabilitate the RLB International Airport, which will increase our tourism potential. Your PLP government will redesign and expand our tourism marketing programs to attract more stayovers. You have to understand that is where we will make more money with our tourism product. It's with the stayovers. Because when they stay over, that means they're using our restaurants regularly. That means they're buying from our local shops regularly. That means that our taxi men will have more jobs because they have to take these people to and fro from wherever they are staying. And so your PLP government will ensure that whatever we do, we increase the number of stayover visitors, because that is important to our tourism product. And we will make sure we market to places like the European Union and all of the countries, particular countries within the European Union, so that we make sure that we have real people coming here who would spend real money to help us to grow our economy. Your PLP government will transition the CFBC Hospitality Division into a comprehensive hotel training academy, from which we will get even more of our young people ready for jobs in the hotel and tourism sector. And it ain't just the normal jobs, eh? We want to see more of our young people taking up supervisor and managerial roles in our tourism industry. And so the People's Labour Party will ensure we do everything in our power to train our people so that when we bring more hotels and when we bring more for our tourism product, it is our people managing our tourism product, our people managing our hotels. That is what a PLP government will do for you. Your PLP government will negotiate with existing airlines and potential new carriers into the Federation in order to improve airlift and obtain cheaper airfares for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We all see how the prices of airline tickets are skyrocketing, and we all understand the limitations when it comes to getting flights into St. Kitts and Nevis. So we will work on ensuring that we can do all in our power to reduce the airfares. And the way we will do that is by negotiating with the airlines and getting new airlines here in St. Kitts and Nevis. That is what your PLP government will deliver for you. Now, the other area that I want to touch on is the creative sector, because your PLP government will continue to work to ensure that we develop an orange economy here in St. Kitts and Nevis. An orange economy means we will focus on our creative industry. So whether you are interested in film and photography, music and entertainment, performing and visual arts, or any of the arts and creative sector, your PLP government would work to ensure that you have the best available to you and you have the solid foundation necessary for you to have lucrative careers within the creative sector. We always talk about the talent that we have here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and it's good to have talent, but we want to take your talent to the next level and ensure that you are able to receive the rewards of your talent, and you are able to be fairly paid for the talent that you have and for your creativity. One of the areas that we will be focusing on is the production of film and television. Your PLP government will directly engage international film industry to attract more productions to be filmed here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And to assist us in our engagement with the film and TV industry, We will continue to offer a tax rebate as an incentive to the film industry. And make no mistake, that tax rebate isn't just for our international film producers. It's also for our local producers as well, because we have quite a number of local film producers here who can benefit from this incentive as well. That is your PLP government working for you. Your PLP government will ensure the continued development of your skills in the performing arts sector, and we will construct the National Center for the Performing Arts when your PLP government is re-elected into government. We are serious about the creative industry. That is why it was your PLP government that was leading on the new Ministry of Entertainment and Talent Development, because we believe in it and we will take it even further. We've learned so much over the past 2 years of how the creative sector and industry work, and we want to help you to continue to grow in that area. It is also important for us that our creatives and performers are treated fairly. And I have to repeat that. They must be treated fairly. They must be paid for the work that they do, because at the end of the day, it is their jobs and their careers. And so just like an accountant can name his price, and just like a doctor can give you his price, so too must any of our creatives in music and entertainment and visual arts and performing arts be able to tell you their price and be treated fairly for what they are providing. And this PLP government will continue to support the intellectual property training for our artists and our creatives as well. We must give them what is due to them. And so those are the areas of our policy and plans, our manifesto, our contract that I wish to share with you tonight. And so in conclusion, my PLP family, not only am I signing a contract at the national level, but I am also signing a contract with the people of West Bastille. And my local plan for West Bastille will grow our local economy by providing training and guidance to our entrepreneurs. My contract with the people of West Bastille will protect our people by ensuring that we provide more lands. And you all know what happened just yesterday, so the people of West Bastille can hold me accountable. Lagreet, the people of Lagreet, who for 30, 40, 50 years, families have been toiling the lands, were never able to have the opportunity to own those lands. Yesterday, in a brief ceremony, we were able to hand over those titles. We were able to hand over those titles. That's protecting our people in West Bastille. But it ain't gonna stop with the people of Lagreet, because there are also some folks in the Abbots who are in the same situation. And I'm happy to report that tomorrow morning, those families in Abbots who are waiting on those titles, they will receive those titles as well. This is a government that is looking out for the ordinary man and woman of this country.
Number 1.
Now I want to make something clear while I'm on that point. Yesterday, the people of Lagreet were so happy. After all these years, you saw the excitement. Some even were brought to tears. It made me feel emotional just seeing the excitement on the faces of the people of Lagreet and the passion with which they said thank you. But unfortunately, there is someone who is trying to be a representative again. He had already failed the first time. And instead of sharing in this excitement with the people of Lagreet and congratulating the people of Lagreet, I mean, these people have been waiting for the lands for so long. What is he doing? He's trying to confuse the people of Lagreed and trying to tell them that the title A mean nothing. How could their titles mean nothing? This is generations that have toiled this land. And having a title means that families would have these lands for generations to come. So how can you tell the people that their titles mean nothing? Since 2019, we started on this fight for the people of Lagreed. We didn't know that an election was coming in 2022 when we started on this journey. We made a commitment and we followed through on that commitment. The least he can do is celebrate in this victory for the people of Lagreed and stop with the old St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party tactics of misinforming, miseducating, propaganda. For what? For votes? Because of politics? Well, our eyes are not covered anymore, and the smoke screen politics of the past will not work anymore for the people of West Bastille. We have had enough of that. So all we are asking you to do is to celebrate with the people of West Bastille. Don't try to call down their victory because you're trying to win an election. It's not what the type of politics that West Bastille wants. It's not the kind of representation that the people of St. Kitts and Nevis deserve. And so I will continue to fight for the people of West Bastille, and I will continue to deliver for the people of West Bastille. I will ensure that the community center is completed this year, and we will continue to create more jobs by establishing the monthly business fair so that our local businesses can get the marketing they need to get the support so they too can be able to employ more people. That is what I will be delivering. That is my contract to the people. And so PLP, if you want that secure future with a growing economy, protection for the people, and more jobs, you know what you have to do on August 5th, right? You know what you have to do on August 5th, right? You have to go out and vote. Go out in your numbers and vote. Go out early and vote. Now is not the time for inexperienced or absent leadership. Now is not the time for us to go backward. This is the time for us to continue to go forward. And so on August 5th, 2022, make sure you're early. Make sure you are very, very early. Don't let anybody intimidate you. Go and check your list. The lists are out. And as long as your name is on the list, show up to vote early at your polling division and vote for the People's Labour Party candidate in your constituency. And that will ensure that we can deliver a secure future with a growing economy, protection of our people, and creation of more jobs. Only a PLP government can do that. And to do that, we need all 8 of our candidates to be at the table where the decisions are being made for you. We need all 8 of our candidates to be able to represent you. We need all 8 of our candidates to secure a future for you. So on August 5th, be early. Be early. I told the people of West Bastille tonight, show up 4 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you're in the line early. And all who need transportation, make sure you visit your candidate and say, sign me up for transportation, because you have to vote for your candidate. Vote, vote, vote early. Translate this momentum into votes on election day. Thank you very much.
Welcome everybody. B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we rolling B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we voting for the People's Labour Party. Welcome everybody. That's who I make.
Thank you, Akila Byron Nisbet. Well, Shanice, I think from tonight you have to make sure, send out something and say, Akila did that. So make sure you get your voice note. And I am sure that the people in constituency 3 and those people in Lagreed, they are now singing, they love the PLP. Yeah. So constituency 3 and Lagreed, we love the PLP.
We love it, daddy.
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 We love Aquila.
We love our body.
We love Aquila.
We love our body.
We love Aquila.
We love our body.
We love Aquila.
We love our
More
body.
Lanzibian. More Lanzibian. More Lanzibian.
More.
Keep Aquila delivering. Keep her delivering. Keep Aquila delivering. Thank you, Sparry. So we're going to tell them on August 5th, we love we. We love we. And we have a new man on the block who is bringing proper representation to the people of constituency number 4. A man who knows how to lead. A man who knows how to deliver. From number 4, help me bring to the podium tonight to speak on how we will deliver a secure future when elected after August 5th, Mr. Kende Libon.
I hear it this, I hear it that. Hey, you got a new man on the block. Yeah, I hear it this, I hear it that. What? Yo, you candidate on the block. I can't lie about that. Hey, 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 can't lie about that. Trouble, can't lie about that. I'm telling you, you hear? I can't lie about that. The man with the plan, son of the soil, can't the fertile. Restoring number 4 for you, the woman and child.
I hearing this, I hearing that. Good night, number 5. Let me hear you. Let me feel the vibe on the stage. Good night, number 4. Good night, number 1. Number 2. Number 3, massive. Stasio people. Number 5, good night. Number 6. Mark said he gonna retire him over there, you know? Yes. Good night, number 8. And we know number 7 is always large in the building.
Number 1.
I say good night to us all. It's so wonderful to see us here tonight. It's great to see so many of you here tonight, my PLP family. We have over just 1 week to go, and we, the People's Labour Party, will win this election. We will win this election for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. There is no other choice. So tonight, we will share our commitments to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Our contract is to deliver a secure future for you, the people of St. Kitts. That is why we are here tonight. And I say, we will win right here in number 5. And in number 4, we will win in number 4. Because there's only one man who could restore 4. So our plan starts with delivering a great education. That's why I'm proud to be a part of this team. Because education is a passion of mine. It transformed my life. Yes, Minister of Education, they're already messaging my phone. Yes, and sports. Youth and sports. It transformed my life. And now I want others to have the same opportunity. It's why I tutor maths in the Old Road Community Center. And it's why I am delighted that the PLP government will deliver a great future for the kids, making sure that number of kids can go to university. I fought for this. I fought for our children, and I fought for their future, and I will continue to fight for their future as Minister of Education. Dr. Harris will deliver the future fund that will be invested in the birth of every child. $5,000 on their birth, and an additional $1,000 each year until they reach 18. What more can you ask for from a Prime Minister, from a PLP government? We have to vote for the People's Labour Party. Vote for Kendall in number 4. So, cost can no longer be a barrier to a secure future. So dreams can be manifested. No child will be left behind. And we, the People's Labour Party, will do more with a renewed focus on technical and vocational skills by ensuring that AVEC becomes internationally certified. Good. Nice. By ensuring that AVEC becomes an internationally certified institution. So every child can have a better tomorrow. Yes, we need a better tomorrow, no matter where their strength lies. And so we have the skills and the specialists that our federation and our future needs. Sports has always been one that can transform children's life. So we, the People's Labour Party, will deliver $10 million to professionalize sports so more people can pursue a career in sports. We'll set up St. Kitts and Nevis T20 cricket tournament and develop female cricket right here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I represented our country internationally through football and track and field. So this is personal to me. I've seen friends and teammates strive for professional career, but finances has always been a burden, and we know this. So with extra fundings, we can make this process much more easier. Extra money supporting talented athletes, boosting our economy, and creating more jobs. The passion I have for education and sports can be reflected in my plan to restore number 4. With better education, we can give young people the best start in life so they can get better jobs and more opportunities. That's why I'll transform the Terry William Primary School and the Virtual High School with more computers, IT equipment, and access to technological resources. And this PLP government will be committed to you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, because we are going to increase funding for devices in schools and colleges right here in St. Kitts. And I am fighting for a learning resource center in the Old Road Community Center, so local people can have the access to technological resources which aren't available to them in their home. I'll fight to revive sports in number 4. Football league, netball league, and I'll introduce a junior basketball league, which will be played in Challengers, Virtuals, Lamberts, and Hertfordshire. Restoring our community spirit, that is what Kende Libert will do. Giving people a chance to have fun, giving people a reason to be fit and active, and restoring the hope of the people of number 4, because we've seen the neglectful leadership. And I am here committed to the people of number 4. I will stand with you. And as I say, your issues are my issues. I feel the same pain that you, the people of number 4, feels. I share the same cries with the people of number 4. Looky, when it rains on your roof, it rains on mine too. To the people in Challengers, I am here to provide better roads for you there in Challengers. More homes for the people of number 4 in Challengers, Virtuals, Conyers, and Hertfordshire. I will fight for more homes for the people of number 4.
Jump on the train, say we both in Kendall, east to the west, say we both in Kendall.
That's how we will deliver a secure future for you, the people of St. Kitts, with a strong economy, protecting the people, and creating more jobs. So let's give our young people a chance to pursue their skills and their talents. So back our plan. Together, let's make it happen on August 5th. Grab your neighbor, grab your friend, grab your family. And like Akila said, go out 4 a.m. and wait in the line. When you don't make your ex, go look for your neighbors and your friends. Bring them out to vote. Put the ex by the star. Vote for a secure future for our young people. Vote for the SAR. Vote for Kendall, Kashim, Dario by putting your ex by the SAR in number 4. Go out on August 5th and vote for a secure future Vote for the man with a plan for the people of number 4. Don't go out and vote for the imposter and no lazy leadership. Vote for a man who is committed to you, the people of number 4. Vote for one of your own. And with the People's Labour Party, St. Kitts and Nevis can't go wrong. We won't let you down. We will fight for you, your kids and their future. So go out on election day and vote for us. Thank you very much. I love you guys so much.
Put your fingers up, up. Put your fingers up, up. Put your fingers up, 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 up. Put your fingers up, up. Put your fingers up, up. Put your fingers up, 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 up. Who is the man who is coming number 4? Kenneth Lyman. Who is the son of the soil in number 4? Kenneth Lyman. Who is the man who is coming number 4? Kenneth Lyman. Who is the son of the soil in number 4? Kenneth. Use the Solomon.
Thank you, Kende Libud, son of the soil. And our next parliamentary representative for constituency number 4, Kende Libud. He has been representing, so he knows how representation goes. And so I am confident that he will deliver on his promises. He will deliver a secure future for the young people and for the entire constituency and for St. Kitts and Nevis. The People's Labour Party is a party grounded in the belief of delivering for the people. We believe that people matters most. And that is why we have all these programs. These programs are people-centered, no matter how you put it. These programs are to help the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. A new day is coming, and this manifesto launch is a signal for a new day, a new era in the history of St. Kitts and Nevis, when the people will go to the polls on August 5th and elect a new government, an orange government, the People's Labour Party, to deliver an orange economy. So on August 5th, if you vote in PLP, let me see your hands in the air.
Confidence in a orange, removing mountains to ensure poor people progress. Yes, they got their promise. And
I want to see you.
We got representatives you would not regret. Young people speak, you got a voice around.
And I want to do one more thing before I bring on the Honorable Wendy Phipps to bring remarks tonight here in Sandy Point at our manifesto launch. We are an inclusive party. Who is our Deputy Prime Minister? Look at our candidates. Look at you, the people. You come from all walks of life. So I say good night. I say buenos noches. I got that right, Nubian. And I want everybody to just, I got that right? Good. I want everybody to put their hands in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags, put your rags, whatever you have. Whatever you have, from in front, go all the way back to the main road. Put your hands in the air. If you're by the bar,
calling, no time for stalling. Let's
a new day on August 5th, and we want to send a signal here in Sandy Point, in St. Kitts and Nevis, that August 5th will be a new day with the People's Labour Party, bringing everybody together. And so I want you to hug your neighbor. Hug your neighbor. Hands in the air. And with that, help me bring on Wendy Phipps with that same energy, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody show me something.
PLP people. Good night, Sandy Point people. SP? 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 Yes. Good evening again. Now, for those of you who know me, you would know that being on a political platform is not my cup of tea, right? You hear me in Parliament, you hear me at the press conferences, but not up here. Okay. Then tonight should tell you that something is very different why I have to be here. To begin with, for those who do not know, I am from right here in Sandy Point, born and bred. And not only is Sandy Point important to me, but more specifically, Cleverly Hill. This is my stomping ground. This is where I was raised. And for those of you who are from Sandy Point and you remember Miss Lappy's shop down the road, well, I was one of the 3 little children that she looked after. Okay? And I thought I saw my adopted brother Steve Laplace standing right behind me. Now, as I said, tonight is different, and this political campaign is very different. It is very different because we are now at the point of trying to secure the gains that we have made over the last 7 years and to continue on the mission that you would have given us as a mandate in 2015 and also in 2020. At the same time, we recognize that we are going through this election at a time when everybody in the world is telling us that we have to be careful with the global recession that is about to happen. Now, based on the kind of leadership we've had in the past, and based on the kind of leadership that you have seen in the last 7 years, isn't it obvious that you need to continue to hold on to what you have? Okay. Now, tonight, I want to speak about just 2 things. The first thing is understanding where we are right now. And the reason we do this is because if we don't learn from the past, we will continue to make the same errors in the future over and over again. It is also regrettable that we have had to come to the polls just 2 years after we had such a resounding mandate in June of 2020. However, based on the circumstances that we had to face and the difficulties under which the government would have been placed, we are at this point. We are already here. We can't change that, but we can consecrate the future. We also need to move on from the negative episode that we went through as a government several months ago. And at the same time, recognize that who is leading us and who is leading this thing is Almighty God. Nobody else but Him. Nobody else. Okay? And for those of us who read our Bible, who kneel down every day, and for those who can't kneel down, sit down every day, and you pray and you talk to God, you remember 2 lines in the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done, and then the next one says, Thy kingdom come. And that's what we are going into right now. We have to live as a people who believe in our country's motto, country above self. And it has nothing to do with whether you're Labour, you're PAM, your PLP, your CCM, your NRP. If this is the country you love and the country you care about, it should matter to you that you put country above self. Okay? It means that we have to have an undying respect for the country that we have been privileged to call our own. But however, we can't say we love a country and then mash it up to spite your enemy.
and then come back to the people afterwards and ask them to vote you back in to try to patch up what you mash up. That can't happen. Okay? When you do that, you squander your goodwill, and at the same time, the disrespect that you mete out on the people of this country is something they shouldn't forgive you for. We also recognize as a PLP-led government that you can't have development without everybody taking part. When PLP wins on August 5th, it is not so that you can get your government in there to only act on your behalf. Your government has to act on everybody's behalf. And for those of you who remember Bob Marley, he would remind us that when the rain falls, it don't fall on one man's house. Okay? So what this means is that we can't leave anybody behind. Not the poor, not young people or small children, not single mothers, not fathers trying their best to raise and support their families, and also the people with disabilities and those who have to look after them. We can't leave them behind. Neither our senior citizens on whose backs this nation was built, not our young men who may have started badly but now want a different life and had at least called the peace program. We can remember vividly that just a few years ago, we had the blood of young men flowing in the drains with mothers bawling and holding their bellies. And we don't want to go back to that. Okay? What we want is to give those same young men a second chance, an opportunity to make good on any dream that they had. Whether it is business, whether it is setting out on a new venture that nobody even thought of before, whether it is to go get an education they didn't think was important before. But whatever it is, we need to support them. This PLP-led government has responded to the needs of all of these groups of persons I mentioned earlier. We have listened carefully to your needs, and we have carefully considered the best way we could respond to those needs. That is why we've had programs like PAP. That is why we transformed the STEP. That is why we built out our social safety net programs to make sure that we had nobody in this country going hungry. Nobody who felt they had to prostitute themselves for $1 bread. Okay? That is why we did what we did. And then when COVID hit, the stimulus packages that were done out of love. The extra budgetary allocations that we gave to healthcare, to infrastructure in terms of having our roads resurfaced and bridges rebuilt. And of course, our island main road is the envy of the region now because of the high quality that we are driving on that's not mashing up your car. And then let us not forget the increase in funding for national security, especially the funding of the police force, because we need them. It is because of the approach that we have and the vision that we have for this country and the fact that we decide we don't want to leave anybody behind. That, more than any other reason, is the reason why the People's Labour Party represents the best and the most sensible option for a secure future.
When we roll, we don't roll alone. So anywhere that we go, you feel I'm moving every with me.
Okay. Over the last maybe 6 or 7 months in particular, we have witnessed a situation in this country where the party's leadership has been tried and tested through thick and thin, through unexpected treachery and betrayal, through the necessary rebalancing and refocusing and moving on. That is why the government has not fallen apart since the 10th of May, although some would have wanted it to happen. And that is why the PLP-led government continues to deliver, and deliver well, up until this very moment. That is why the cabinet, though smaller, is productive, it's proactive, and it is performing well in spite of that. This cabinet has no problems with absenteeism, with disrespect, with ill will, communication breakdown, or resentments. What you see in there is what you get. Some of you might ask the question, how are we able to perform so well as a cabinet in spite of all the happenings over the past few months? And then you could ask more specifically, how am I able to function with a smaller cabinet and more work? And my answer is simple. When I took my 2 oaths of office in February of 2015 and June of 2020, I took those oaths seriously in front of 2 different judges. And I held up a Bible and I said, this is my way of committing myself to the people of this country and to do right by all manner of people, no matter what. And it is for that reason why I make no apology to a single soul for doing my job and for putting my country first. For the very few people who really know Wendy Phipps, they will know that's my value system, and they would expect nothing less from me. And while it is true, every now and again, people come up to you and they remind you, nobody vote to you. Okay? What I can tell you is that none of the persons whom other people voted for would have ever gotten me to mash up the government for personal reasons.
Whoa! Look at people, you make me wanna jump around the place. I want to bend my waist, jumping up and down.
Now you ask yourself, what good would mashing up the country do? To create mayhem, to create confusion, to drag your country's name through the mud, and to be an embarrassment to the rest of the international community, and also to make investors feel that they are no longer safe in this country, which they chose to invest in, to work in, and to do business in, and to enjoy their life in. It will not help anybody. How could anybody in their right mind commit such wrongs against their own country and then pretend to love the same country? Now, we want very much to continue our national development agenda as a PLP-led government, because there's a lot to be done, even though a lot has already been done. And also because we believe that you, the people, deserve the very best that we can give. It is also important for us to do everything in our power to enable this little country to compete with the best in the rest of the world. For us to do that, however, we need a brand new mandate. And that is why we are now going to the polls on the 5th of August to seek that solid mandate. That mandate will then give us the privilege to continue serving you and all of the people in St. Kitts and Nevis, so that we could all individually and collectively rise to our full potential. And then at the end of the day, everybody else will have to look at this tiny country and have to admit that it might be tiny, but it's the best well-managed state in the Western Hemisphere. Now I come on to the second thing that I want to talk to you about. When I started off, I told you I wanted to talk to you about where we are now. Okay, my second mission here tonight is to do with the business of endorsing Stacia Williams as the parliamentary representative upcoming in the election. But of course, I don't want to do that without giving you a little bit of the family history that I have in PAM and Labour. Much has been said in whispers over the last couple of months. I think Minister Phipps comes from a strong PAM family. But then Minister Phipps also comes from Labour roots out of St. Paul's. That is not something that is popularly known, but that's a story for another day. But let's get back to Stachio. Stachio's grandmother, Baby Morning, for those of you who remember Baby Morning, oh, see, okay, I have the sun right there in front of me. Wonderful. Baby Morning was my neighbor for over 20 years. That's Stachio's grandmother, okay? And I have had the privilege of watching Stachio grow up. I have watched him become an enterprising young man, starting with SKN Vibes while I was at the Chamber of Commerce. I watched him leap that business and leapfrog the business after that into what we know now as Open Interactive, which is by far the most pristine, the most forward-thinking, the most technology-driven company in this federation. That's what he and his team have done. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to endorse Stachio is because I found that his vision for Sandy Point was so similar to my vision for Sandy Point. And my vision for Sandy Point, which I shared with him even before he put out his manifesto, included things like the development of Pump Bay. The same way you have the Frigate Bay Strip, we want the same thing for Pump Bay. Okay? There's also the issue of housing. There's also the issue of additional roads for those housing communities that are still waiting. There's also the whole business of business organization into an association so that they can leverage their numbers and get better deals and programming going for their own ventures, but also to be inspirations for our younger people in Sandy Point. That if they could get into business, you could do it too. Okay? Among the other things that we have in common is our desire to see something done about the abandoned properties in Sandy Point. There are too many of them. A lot of them are tied up in family confusion, or the persons have died and nobody knows who they really belong to. But land is precious. And if we can find a way to make sure we redevelop and reimagine those spaces, it will cause Sandy Point to take off in grand fashion. Okay? The issue about mentorship with our young people and more land for our people, those are things we also have in common. And these are the things that you can only get if you choose to select this gentleman to represent you in the next election. Now, while I'm here, it would be remiss of me if I didn't say that at the same time I'm endorsing Stachio, I'm also endorsing every single member on this panel here tonight. And pardon me if I seem a bit biased, but I am particularly thrilled by the two women on the panel. We need to have more women in politics, and we need to have that soft touch, that sensitivity to vulnerable persons. But unfortunately, because of the kind of politics we sometimes have, a lot of women don't want to be into politics. It takes a lot of courage, even for the men, to be into politics, not to mention women. But at least these two, Jackie Bryan and Akila Byron Nisbet, stand as your examples of what is possible. So thank you. You're welcome. Now, before I finish what I had to say on the Stachio point, I just wanted, Stachio, come right back up here. I want you standing right next to me when I say this piece, okay? While we want you to be the representative for Sandy Point as of the 5th of August, we expect you to remain humble. We expect you to respond to the needs of the people. We expect you to listen to them and to respect them. We expect you to honor them and to lobby for them. And we expect you to make yourself accessible to them and to be sensitive to their needs in season and out of season. And on top of the contract that you already gave out today, you need to add this to that contract. Not that I think you need to, because that is the Stachio I already know. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, before I sit down, or before I leave, whichever is the order of things tonight, I couldn't end my endorsement of Stachio without saying something about the leadership of PLP. And that leadership is vested heavily in the Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris. I have known the Prime Minister since about December of 1988. That's the first time I met him, Carnival Day, 1988. He probably doesn't remember that. There's a story behind it, but that's not for tonight, okay? All right. Anyhow, over the past 7 years of his leadership of the government, and even more so, going back to 2013 when we were getting ready to launch Team Unity, I have had the chance to see him from a different angle. He was always brilliant. He was always somebody who had an inquisitive mind and always respectful. After working with him for the 7 years, I can tell you, he's in a class by himself, and none of the present leaders that we have or who want to be leaders can compare.
Number 1.
In 2015, he was the best option to clean up the economic and social mess left by the former Labour regime, and he delivered. He is the best option for our country that is still in transition, and he has led through the COVID-19 pandemic with courage, with confidence, and prudent financial management. He is the best option to lead us post-COVID as we march forward as a resilient St. Kitts and Nevis. He is the best option to navigate our way through the rough seas and uncertainties about this pending global recession that we don't want to see. Such leadership should not be left to chance, particularly not to small boys, the inexperienced, and those who already had their chance but blew it big time. Those same people who took us in the grip of the IMF and didn't care. Timothy Harris has proven again and again that he is the best option in the worst of times and in the best of times.
Number 1.
And if there was no other time when you had to see him lead in the worst of times, it was the COVID-19 pandemic. There's a lot that people don't understand and don't know about the Prime Minister. But they assume a lot, they chat a lot, they lie a lot, they exaggerate a lot, okay? But to all of them, we will continue to pray for them, for God's grace and mercy to be on them. Because some people seem to have set out to demonize one man and to make him the object of and their focus of common enmity. When if they're not careful, it will consume them. On that score, I should also tell you, since I have on my hat about women and women in politics, that I'm also seeing a very nasty campaign against the female leader of the NRP, Nevis. And that is really horrible. And to those persons that say, shame on you. I wanted to get that out, so let me come back. But yet in all of these things, I take my mother's advice. My Nevis mother from Cotton Ground always reminds me that when people set out to criticize you, take stock of it. And when you're finished, pray for them. And this is the kind of example that we need right now. We're not going to fight with them on social media. We're not going to fabricate all kinds of nonsense. Send out text messages that's supposed to come from here, there, and everywhere. Cuss out people under fake names. That's not us. We leave that for them. And while they're doing that, we're looking upward. But let me get back on the subject of the Prime Minister. Only somebody who grew up poor could understand what it is to be a poor person. To understand challenges and setbacks and the hunger of poor people. Not just the hunger in your belly, but the hunger in your heart for what you want but can't get. And that is why Timothy Harris has always championed the cause of the poor. That is where PAP came from, and we were able to respond. And that is where the economic stimulus came from. That is where everything else stemmed from when it came to changing the lives of people who are vulnerable and who cannot help themselves. And that is why it stands to reason then that if he is good in all of these things, and we are facing an uncertain future, I would rather put my money on him than somebody else. Now, Timothy Harris has also been accused of taking up CBI money and spending it on you. But who else is he supposed to spend it on? Huh? The foreigners? We have before us, every time we drive along the peninsula, the best example of a failed project named Christoph Harbour, where the former regime took up over $40 million and dumped it on a foreigner who sold them a good story, came with his hand swinging, and didn't have 5 cents to rub together in his pocket. And up to now, that project is not finished. So you tell me where the CBI money is supposed to be spent on, if not on you. Now let's talk about what happens after the 5th of August. We have some people in our country who are campaigning as if there's no tomorrow, and as if they forget that after the election they have to live here, or at least most of us still have to live here. You're making enemies with people, and that's the wrong thing to do. It does not help anybody. You still have to live here, okay? Whether you're CCM, NRP, PLP, Labour, PAM, whatever it is, you have to live here. This is our country, And you cannot allow politics to define you or consume you. But you use politics as a vehicle to do good for the country through the representation of people like these people behind here. Unfortunately, what we have been seeing is that the actions of a few selfish, nasty-minded people have been kicking over the pail of our national development that sensible people, caring people, people who put country above self, have had to fill teaspoon by teaspoon and cup by cup. And after they kick it over, they can't clean up the mess. And they can't fill back the bucket for you. Okay? These people, unfortunately, have decided on a Scotch and burn campaign. What do I mean by that? You mash up everything, you burn up everything that you see in front of you, because your mission is to destroy everything and everybody that is not of your political persuasion. Well, common sense should tell you these are not the people you go out and vote for on the 5th of August. We need to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Now, let's go to election day now. Everybody in here, and those who are listening to you by the radio, TV, YouTube, whatever it is, I am hoping that they understand if you want a proper future, if you want to safeguard jobs, and if you want to protect people, you will have to vote PLP. If you want to see the PAP program continue, vote PLP. If you want to keep the murder rate down, and if you want young people to have an alternative pathway to development where they feel included in the growth of their own country, you vote for PLP. A vote for PLP is an insurance policy that will allow us to do for you what we have committed to. Unfortunately, as I said, 2 years after an election, we did not get to fulfill everything that we wanted. But a promise made is a promise that has to be kept. And that is the reason, like me, I expect you to give your full support to PLP on August 5th. If not, we could very well be looking down the barrel of a setback by some 15 years or more, while the rest of the world gallops past us. And you don't need that. So let us maintain the momentum. I've spoken long enough tonight. I've done what I had to do. And let us vote for PLP, starting right here in my hometown, SP, where the best be. Good night.
B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Who you rolling with? B to the L to the L to the L to the B. So you're voting for the People's Labour Party. We welcome everybody. You're voting for B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we rolling with B to the L to the L to the L to the B. Say we voting for the People's
Labour Party.
Welcome everybody. You are there.
Tonight, I want to introduce to you the man that nominated our candidate for constituency number 5, Mr. Steve Laplace.
Thank you. I can't talk like the others, right? Stachio, my conscience is clear. I have absolutely no regrets in nominating you on Tuesday. You will be a winner.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I will be a winner!
Thank you, Mr. Steve Laplace. Put your hands together for Steve Laplace. We are going up here in constituency number 5. And we're going up together. We're going up to conquer. Because we are ready in the name of the Lord. Help me to bring to the podium, to bring remarks, our next parliamentary representative for constituency number 5, Mr. Stachio Williams.
Mr. Stachio in number 5 for the field, yeah. Spirit and your pride for of the shadow of death, that she will face no evil. Cause in these times that we're living in, we cannot afford to be weak and feeble. So Stashy out in number 5 with innovation in mind, powered by the people. And he will never turn his back and drive past your bike in a black tinted vehicle. Yeah, yeah. So let me introduce a man who makes no excuse. Pull up the slack when things get loose. So number 5, that you see it in your eyes. You're searching for a leader with pride. She always for the people, doing for the people, riding a stronger, safer future, yeah. Delivering for the people, we come to serve the people. SP down to victory and La Valley. With a vision for the people, represent these people, no fear and no favor, yeah, yeah, yeah. So all the SP people, victory La Valley people, Stashy always winning for the people, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. So Stashy always number 5 for the people, yeah. Spirit and your pride for the people, yeah. Show me, Sammy Pine. Number 5, let's go. We support the Stashy, yo. All the things he plans to do. Number 5, I'm telling you, I realize and I see it in your eyes. Still searching for a leader with pride. Stashy always for the people, doing for the people, providing a stronger, safer future, yeah. Delivering for the people.
Well, 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 well. We declare victory here tonight in Sandy Point. I am humble and pleased to see this magnificent turnout here tonight. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to all of you from constituency number 5 for coming out in your numbers. I also want to say thank you to Mr. Steve Laplace for not only nominating me, but for his endorsement here tonight and for his declaration that I will be the winner. And I'm going to win for all of you here in Sandy Point, Fig Tree and La Valley. Equally, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to the Honorable Wendy Phipps, who delivered so beautifully here tonight. Both of them are respectable community stalwarts. They are people who in this community we all know as respectable and upstanding people. And if they can come on board to tell you that the PLP is the way of the future, then the people here, you must understand that this is the only way. And so I want to say thank you tonight. It's a beautiful night. And it's great to be in this great hometown of Sandy Point. Cleverly Hill is my home. And so it's great to be here. And tonight, I want to share with you what the PLP, my PLP team and my PLP government, after you elect us on the 5th of August, will do for the people of Fig Tree, Sandy Point, La Valley. I have an important message here tonight. I want to take some time and I want to speak to you. I am dressed in my suit tonight because tonight is serious business. Tonight we have to understand that the next 5 years depend on you. It depends on your vote. It depends on how you show up. And so I want to speak to you tonight because we cannot afford ever to go back to the days of lazy leadership or tribal politics or abandonment by any other administration. Tonight is about you, the good people of Sandy Point, Fig Tree and La Valley. And so by now I know you're familiar with my local plan. You're familiar with my plan, and tonight the Honorable Wendy Phipps spoke about how my plan was so similar to her own vision because it's a great minds think alike. And we have great minds and talented minds here in Sandy Point. You all know that? Yeah! You saw it here tonight. And so every household should now have a copy of my local plan. And tonight I am pleased to share the wider plan of my PLP team, the People's Labour Party, the plan to grow our economy by creating more jobs and by protecting the people. My focus has always been about businesses and job creation. And so tonight, I want to speak about my area of expertise. I can say tonight that our plan to grow the economy by focus on entrepreneurship and developing small businesses here in Sandy Point. But that plan is going to be rolled out across the entire country by my PLP administration after you elect us on the 5th of August, next Friday. I am so delighted to announce that across the entire country we'll be setting up business incubators, and that's going to encourage more entrepreneurship, and the entrepreneurs can pursue that great idea that you have to get support and advice and mentoring so that you can make good business decisions, so you can get access to financing, and so that you can get the help that you so badly need when you're starting out. At the same time, you can keep your costs down and make bigger profits by way of these support that you're going to get. This couldn't have come at a better time because we know that there are challenging times ahead with economic uncertainty. And so businesses at this time need the right kind of support, and that support will be delivered by your caring PLP administration. But I say to you, my friends, my family, and all of you residents here in Sandy Point, Fig and La Valley, that it gets better. After the next week when we are elected, your PLP administration will provide tax incentives to businesses. So at the start, you can have a way to improve your businesses. And those businesses who have branches in other parts of the country, they can set up here in Sandy Point and other rural areas. And the more branches are set up, the greater the tax incentive, because we believe that we should modernize the entire country by including all of our people and by including everyone so that none of you are left out. We are an inclusive government. And if we can create commercial centers in our towns, we can also do it in our villages, and we will boost the local economy and create more jobs and put money in your pockets. That is what this caring PLP government will do. And that is why in Sandy Point, all over this country, we're saying that you must vote for your PLP government on August 5th, next week. I also want to talk about some additional tax incentives. For those of you who have small businesses, the unincorporated business tax will remain at a low rate of 2%. And that will make it easier for you small businesses to thrive and to encourage the development of new businesses coming on stream. And for other businesses that pay the corporate income tax, that corporate income tax that has been discounted to 25% will remain for those businesses that qualify. And as the Prime Minister has already announced on the campaign that under this caring PLP government, VAT, which is now 17%, will be reduced to 10% and ultimately eliminated. Thus giving a break to all businesses and all of you as consumers. That is a caring government that will work for you, that will deliver for you. And this is how we will deliver that secure future you deserve. Your PLP government will encourage businesses to export by establishing new export and processing zones so that it can make it easier for you to do business. It can be easier for you to access new markets, and it can be easier for you to grow and expand those businesses. This is the kind of support and relief that the businesses here in Sandy Point and all across the country have been asking for. So under our caring PLP government, we will deliver that for you. And talking about delivery, while I was out canvassing in the La Valley area, I heard the cries of over 10 families there who were relocated when the lands at the valley were being established. Those families for almost 20 years have not yet received titles for those lands. When I heard that, I immediately went to our Prime Minister. I said, PM, we have to do something about this. And my caring PM, my caring Prime Minister and this PLP administration has delivered And I want to announce that next week, those 10 families will be receiving.
Come from a little place where we call Satan. SP, where the best be. People are strive to be nothing but greater.
SP, where the best be. And so here in Sandy Point, you can expect the economic growth that we're talking about in my local plan, because at the national level, we all serve the good people, and we want to make sure that everything that's set up at a national level is translated right here for our good people in constituency number 5. With this plan, the people have been rallying about Sandy Point with this plan because they recognize that it is the only plan that they have seen ever since this campaign has started. And so I am proud to develop that plan along with you. And so many of you have come forward because you understand it's important to regenerate Sandy Point as a great town that it once was. And that plan represents the best chance for you and your families and your future. And I need your help to deliver that plan. I need your support. And so next week, Friday, when you go to the polls to vote, you put your X next to the Sir Anastasia Williams right here in Sandy Point. Give me your support so you can see real improvement throughout this great community. I say, lend me your vote and give me your support, because you want to continue to live the comfortable life with safer streets and quality houses and more money in the pockets of every ordinary man and woman here in this great constituency.
Stashio arrive, here in number 5. Stashio arrive, here in number 5.
Now, some of you have told me plain that this election is a hard one for you. You have told me that you want to support me. You want to support the growth and development of Sandy Point. You want to change the way you've traditionally voted. But because of some persons trying to intimidate you, you are concerned. I want to say to you that when you go out on election day, you vote for your future. Don't be intimidated by anyone who's trying to take that secure future away from you. This is time to understand that the next 5 years and the future depend on you and your vote. It is very clear that this PLP team is the only way forward, where the old ways of politics have failed us. And so I'm inviting you, my good people, to come on board. Today, a good friend of mine called me. I'm not going to call her name, but she knows who she is. And she says, Stashio, I woke up this morning with one thing on my mind. Look at what Sean went and do for the good people of Pam. He was inconsiderate. When he mashed up the government, what he expect to happen to the people? Because there's no way he could win. So what's going to happen to all of these Pam people? And I said to her, the Pam people should not fear, because PLP has shown that we are accustomed to take care of you, my brothers and sisters, and we welcome all of you to the PLP so we can continue to take care of you. Because you know that if we allow a Labour government to get back in power, we're going to go back to the days of high taxes. We're going to go back to the days of high IMF debt. And Labour has shown its victimization after victimization. They have no good use for you, the people of Pam. But our current PLP government have already shown that we can take care of you, and we can take care of all of the people of Sandy Point, Fig Tree, and La Valley. So I want to say to you, don't be anxious. Don't have anxiety about the backlash. Some of your family members are concerned. I'm saying to you, if you're undecided, if you're in your silent ways out there, think about it. The way of the future is to embrace this new vision. I am speaking to you tonight. I hear you, and I see you, and I have to work with you. And some of you work with your mouth shut. If you're concerned about when you go home, some people said to me, boy, my parents might want to put me out. Work with your mouth shut. Work with your mouth shut. Go out there, and when you go into the poll, put your X next to the Sir Anastasia Williams and deliver a shared PLP government with all 8 candidates. And so I want to ask you again tonight. I want to beg you for your vote. I want to plead to you that in order to secure your future, you have to vote for the PLP. To secure your future of your family, your children, their children, and their children. It must be a new way forward. And that new way is with the People's Labour Party. So let us join together while we grow our economy, while we create more jobs, and while we make SP truly a place where the best be. So go out on election day and vote for the sir. Vote for Stasha Williams and vote on August 5th for every PLP candidate for St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you very much. Have a good night. I love you. Wonderful.
So let me introduce a man who makes no excuse. Pull up the slack when things get loose. So number 5, that's the seed in your eyes. You're searching for a leader with pride. She always for the people, doing for the people, providing a stronger, safer future. Yeah, delivering for the people. You come to serve the people. SP down to victory and La Valley. With a vision for the people, represent these people.
Let me see those statue posters in the air.
So all the SP people, victory La Valley people, Stashy always winning for the people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Thank you, Stashio. Delivering a secure future for the people of Sandy Point. A vote for Stashio Williams is a vote for representation here in Sandy Point. And so on August 5th, go on out and vote for this sir. Vote for Stashio Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure tonight, as always, to introduce our political leader for the People's Labour Party to speak to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. He always have a plan. He always have a plan. He knows how to deliver. He knows how to deliver. He always put people first. And so I am confident that when Stashio Williams join his team, Stashio will deliver for the people of Sandy Point, Ficci and La Valley. I know Wendy Phipps talk about Christophe Harbour, but she forget about La Valley. Don't forget what they did down La Valley. And so we can't go backwards with Labour. We can't go back to a party that wastes resources. We have to go to a party that spends on the people and take care of the people, because according to the literature, the people are the best resource for any country. And once you invest in the people, that's the best investment you can make. And so we can't go backwards. We're moving forward with the People's Labour Party. So help me bring to the podium Sandy Point, constituency number 5, St. Kitts Nevis, our political party for the People's Labour Party, and the next party that will form the government after August 5th general elections here. Our leader, the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris.
Thank you very much. St. Kitts and Nevis, I love you.
from the bottom of my heart. And I shall, with the grace of God, deliver a historic victory come the 5th of August. I am certain it shall be all 8 seats.
Me no know about you, but me love think it's bad.
Oh yeah!
Yes, my people. Sandy Point turn over. Sandy Point has been nice and good. And Sandy Point tonight brought forward its sons and daughters to endorse Stachio Williams as the best man for the job to take our constituency number 5 and St. Kitts and Nevis forward. I want to say a hearty thank you to 2 well-known personalities from Sandy Point. Senator Wendy Phipps, well known as an independent thinker, well known and respected as a business entrepreneur, and also Steve Laplace. They have shown what the People's Labour Party is about. They have demonstrated what we mean when we say that this new party proudly welcomes all our people. That we will create a safe place from which every citizen and every resident in our country can fulfill their dream and aspiration, can contribute to the forward thrust of our country, can play a part in helping us secure the future, get jobs for our young people, our young women, our mothers, and our fathers, put our economy back to work again. After the devastation of COVID, we need all hands on deck. And only one political party can mobilize a country. We see it in display. The People's Labour Party, the fastest growing political party in the region. Don't bother with them and their confusion. They will not take us backwards, because we have experienced labor under Douglas. And we know the last term was disaster. High debt, high VAT, high electricity bills, high water, the reputation of the country damaged, high crime, our visa-free access to Canada denied, scandalized all over the world. And in the short of 7 years, thanks to the grace of God, we have redeemed our country. And our children, in the words of our national anthem, stand proud and free. We can hang our head high when our national anthem is being played again. Thank God Almighty, our country is free again.
Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air.
Some of them, having tried to stifle the progress in our country, now find themselves at the receiving end. Nobody in the right mind would vote for Douglas and Joe to take us backward with their plans for victimization and high taxes and the sellout of our hospital. One of the last acts of the Douglas government was to enter into arrangements with a foreign developer to sell out the JNF hospital and to make it a private facility. No longer would have been in service to the ordinary men and women of St. Kitts and Nevis. When they're done, they come to want us to believe that they care about health care. No, they don't. They care about themselves. One of them made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And thank God in the meeting, one of our medical practitioners said, I am not going to be part of this deal. Will not be part of this deal. Whenever they come with a deal, somebody benefiting under the table. They have no real love for our country. They are like parasites. They want to live after the largest of our country. They want to get their hands on the treasury for their own personal reasons. And so we say, we have introduced a new brand of politics in this country. We are not looking backwards because we are moving forward. We are not looking back to say your father was labor, your mother was spam. We say, no, you are a fellow citizen. Come help us build a better St. Kitts and Nevis. That has been the call. Since Marcus Garvey came, gave that powerful speech at the MIS, described St. Kitts and Nevis as a garden of Eden, flourishing, beautiful, opportunities for fisher folks and farmers and teachers and historians and doctors, everybody building. We are still on that journey of developing St. Kitts and Nevis. And Marcus Garvey says, I have not come to this beautiful island to steal anything. If I were to steal anything, says Marcus Garvey, it would be the ignorance, that he would take ignorance away from the land and cast this into the depth of the sea. So our people will be enlightened and ready to move forward to a new destiny. That is still our mission. Creating a garden of Eden right here. And we cannot do it alone. We want our brothers and sisters from the Caribbean to come help us build and develop our country. Respect our laws. Respect our people. Be industrious. Understand our culture and work in a progressive way. That's what we ask. And if you do that, you certainly will be welcome. And the welcoming goes beyond the legalism of our obligations on the CARICOM and OECS treaty to allow our brothers and sisters a constructive role. It goes from our understanding of our own sacred history of colonialism, of slavery, of recognition that we're all in the Caribbean in this fight for a better future together. Haiti stands proud as the first country in these parts to achieve its freedom to struggle. And yet it will be a regret that Haiti has not found its rightful place of leadership, having moved so early into independence. And we say
we say we are in this together. Bienvenue to the brothers and sisters from Haiti. Bienvenidos to our compatriots from the Dominican Republic. People who don't understand that in the first cycle of migration, our forefathers went to the Dominican Republic to work. We are seeing reverse migration. It was there that we went in the 1990s to recruit sugar workers to help us harvest our crop. It was to Guyana that Lassell Rollins and Ernest Smigley went year after year to bring in workers to help us. So when we say that we welcome them, it's from us understanding of history, a gratitude, and from the heart. You could be a good speaker up here for the next meeting. The word is love. The word is still love, my brothers and sisters. It is love for St. Kitts and Nevis that brought Wendy Phipps, a daughter of Sandy Point, one of its best known and most widely respected, who time after time, I believe, voted for Pam to come on this People's Labour Party platform to demonstrate all are welcome. This is the government that we will lead after August 5th, 2022. So let them get the message loud and clear. Harris again. And Harris will become Prime Minister with the support of all of you. But when in number one, you give the work to Jacqueline Bryan, you are voting for Dr. Harris as the Prime Minister. Give it to the South. When you don't fall asleep, come in at the right time. Oops! When in number two, Central Bass there, you deliver the X to the South for Nubian.
Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now.
Yes, Nubian deserves the work. And I want to commend him. He has come a long way from 4th Street to Central Street.
Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now.
This is a team that is learning fast. This is a team that you can trust to deliver the work. Because we have a proud record. When you vote in number 3 for Keela Byron Nisbet.
Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work.
You're also voting to get the best Prime Minister to do the job of taking our beautiful country forward. So I say thank you. When in number 4, you vote for Kendall Liber to restore.
Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. Give me the work, where the work now. I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Give me the work, give me the work.
You will also get Dr. Harris as your loving, caring, compassionate, intelligent Prime Minister. And when in number 5, Sandy Point, Victory, and Lavanda.
Give me the work, 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 where the work now.
They come for the work. They're serious about the work. They prepared for the work. They have signed a contract and nomination day for the work as your MP. And I thank them very much. And then, in number 6, when you vote for Dr. Mark Williams, when you vote for Dr. Mark Williams, you give him the work.
Give me the work, with the work. Give me the work, with the work now. Give me the work, with the work now. Now I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. And
I want to commend Mark because at our last meeting, Mark took seriously the advice of his loving wife. And the wife told him, just speak from your heart. And the words came so naturally, powerfully, that the people of number 6 know they must let go of the old, bring in the new in Dr. Mark Williams. And let him implement his local plan. And you know, Batra smiled at him. The national hero smiled at Dr. Mark Williams. He cried from one eye to see how Douglas mash up the country and now can't keep still. He like ants in the pants. He can't keep still. Oh, yeah. Instead of allowing new leadership to continue to bring progress to our country, Douglas now keeps still. Ants in the pants, so he now keeps still. I want to say to the people of number 8, I say to the people of number 8, you have the popular choice in Andrew Talbot Bass. And I ask you to give him your vote. Cast your vote for the South. When you vote for Talbot, you shall bring in all 8 seats to the legislature.
give me the work, with the work. Give me the work, with the work now. Give me the work, with the work now. Now I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for it. Boss lady, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. Sign me up, I come for this work. And I go work it properly.
You see, we're gonna have fun because we are the sons and daughters of St. Kitts and Nevis. We live among our people. We ain't born with no silver spoon or golden spoon in our mouth. We work our way up through hard work and discipline and through the grace of God. And we want to give back to our communities and country with love and appreciation. Selfless service. Yes, we are truly the People's Party. We represent you, and we will continue to deliver for you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Real solutions for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. I want to join the appeal that Stasio made. Sandy Point historically has been Pam.
but Sandy Point knows how to discipline their parliamentary representatives. When one didn't perform, they kicked them out. When the lady didn't perform, put her out. Now Sean can't behave, can't perform, they will put him out. Sean gone. We are one family. Yeah. They are one family. They are counting on tradition. That because people here used to vote PAM, they will not see what Wendy Phipps saw. That the leadership in PAM made a big mistake and they must apologize for the country for mashing up the government you gave them for 5 years. They must apologize to the country for the disagreeable, disrespectful behavior in Cairn at their conference. They must apologize to the country that a deputy prime minister could abandon work for 91 days. Sabotage the development of the country. Sabotage the solar farm project. Sabotage the delivery of the Barstow High School. Sabotage the building of the St. Peter's Community Center. Wickedness. And while he was sabotaging, undermining the government, he had the audacity to bring in a policy to cut off your lights. And when you ask him, he said, I don't want to hear about that. Call Skelec. Call Skelec, all you got to pay. Well, who gonna pay for him now? Who gonna pay for him now? He wants your votes to pay for his bills. Tell him no, not again. Give the support to Stasio Williams.
Man gone, man ya. Give you a receiver. Man gone, man ya. Give you a receiver.
Yes, Sandy Pointers, you have had enough. When your parliamentary representative tells you the ATM machine closed down, they're embarrassing you. They're telling the world that you like to beg too much. When they tell you it is self-care now, it means they're gone in the rich area, buy up houses and land. They ain't have no time for you. They're looking after themselves at your expense. You could say that, and that is true too. You could say that because that is true too. It is time for Sandy Pointers to have a serious representative. A man who has been a success before politics. He could have well avoided the hustle and bustle of politics, but because of love for country, love for constituency, love for people, Stasio Williams is here. Give him a round of applause.
Don't worry about a thing.
Every little thing is going to be all right.
Yeah.
The lies and propaganda from the PAM party and the Douglas party will not fool the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. The leaking of doctored lists of people and the peace program will not stop the victory. The attempt to shame young men and women who have turned the tide, who have on a new path of alternative lifestyle,
who are harnessing again hope to their own entrepreneurial activity is an indication that labor and PAM are bad for the peace, but the peace has delivered stability in our land. And so for every one of you and the peace program, you know, if you are careless and do not go to vote, and those ungrateful people get back into government, they will turn you away. They already have your names ready to be fired because they have no use for the peace. They see you all as bad people when they are the bad men and women wearing ties and jackets. They are worse than any of you. What it is the peace program has done to them, for them to hate the people and the peace, so want to scandalize you. You know worse than them. No judge found you guilty of misappropriating $460,000 US. No judge indicated that you are to be hauled to a bar, to be examined by an ethics committee to determine if you should practice. If those kind of people in their company, why they washing their mouth and people's children want to make people believe they are the worst? They are somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's son, and mother and brother and family members must join on the 5th of August to preserve your job and your continuing development by voting for the People's Labour Party. Only we can protect your job. Only we will help you. Champion, 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 champion. We will be the champion for stability in our country. Some people have a problem when the sons and the daughters of poor people get something from the government. But Wendy was right. $46 million they gave to a foreigner over the peninsula. Where was the outrage? Let the peace continue. Let poor people's son have an opportunity to reform their lives.
Full of confidence in a orange, removing mountains to ensure poor people's progress.
Number 1.
When Alan Sanford came here, they gave away our lands at Canary at 25 cents a square foot. You can't get land for that. They mash up the play field at Canary, all for Alan Sanford, and a fake promise that he will bring Caribbean Sun and Caribbean Star to be headquarters in St. Kitts. Sanford now in a jail. You understand? So those foreign interests have profiteered on the backs of your money. Now we are investing in our human resources, in peace and PAP. They have a problem and they want to scrap them. On August 5th, preserve the PAP, preserve the peace, and ensure that our streets are safer. Thank you for understanding and committing to our policies and programs. Tonight you have heard some details regarding our manifesto, which we officially launched tonight. You have heard Minister Byron speak to tourism And you have heard others speak to our policies for education only in brief, because the document will be available online for you. But families kept coming out when Jacqueline Bryan spoke about her love for helping and assisting people in need. And we say that for all families who are earning less than $3,000, the government will top it up. So no family in St. Kitts is living on less than $3,000 per month. We will do that for you. No one. So you home, you getting $360 now per week. Multiply it by 4. That is like what? Who is the mathematician? 3 by 4 is 12. 12, 4 by 60, 240. 14, 6. 14, 20. 360. 360. Work it out and come back and give you a chance to redeem yourself. But you're earning less than $1,500. Our government is saying in our new term, we understand you can't live on that, especially with children, especially with the high cost of living, and we will provide you financial support, top it up to $3,000 for families. We already told you that we shall increase the PAP. Come 1st September, we will start it, increase it from $500 a month to $1,000.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 12. I see money coming. I see money coming. For the Lord, He's on my side. I see money coming. Money coming for me. Money coming for you. Church of God. I see money coming by the Holy Ghost. I see money coming. For the Lord is on my side. I see money coming. Money coming to me. Money coming to you.
Yes. Money coming.
Number 1.
You see how the young ladies dance when money come in. Families are being helped. The young ladies are dance, but they will get independence. Yes, thank you. We want all of you with children. We know how tough that can be. That is why we said we will give you duty-free concession and your back-to-school items, not just for this year, but for every year going forward from July to the end of September. Money in your pocket so that you can live more comfortable lives. Yes, one of our major programs will be to bring in place the National Health Insurance System, focusing on the old, the very young, and vulnerable. Whenever you take sick and you need specialists or other attention, the want of money must never prevent you from getting health care. The National Health Insurance is to secure your future in sickness. You could pull your card and go to any doctor. Already funded. Put your hands together for your government.
Number 1.
Yes, we have heard persons speak about the need to implement our proposal for the build-out of the medicinal cannabis industry in St. Kitts and Nevis to realize economic and health business. We are ready to start this program. We already have a board of directors. We already have offices. We have already identified the license fees, and we are ready to start the build-out of our marijuana industry, giving pride of place to our locals. So we will make licenses and land accessible to all the traditional growers. We will encourage the development of sectors such as extraction and manufacturing, retail, research, testing, and product development. And for those, our sons and daughters in the prison, for using a spliff, we shall have consideration to expunging totally all of the records, and we shall move legislation so that the young man who is there languishing for marijuana can escape the burden and the prison and come back in a society to contribute.
It's so easy like full of confidence in a orange. We're moving mountains to ensure poor people's progress.
Immigration and border management is addressed. Some people don't understand, or they pretend not to understand. Hypocrites they are. That every successful democratic country has achieved its success by immigrant labor playing a critical role. America, Canada, the United Kingdom, all of them have special plan. America has green card. America has a pathway to citizenship where it brings in even the beg people to come if you have certain skills. Because you have to generate a certain life and industry in your economy for you to move forward. And so we want in our country to treat all citizens of other countries well, because we have our citizens elsewhere too, and we want them to be treated well. One of the things we plan to do, and we have had agreement in the cabinet before now, that the 14 years wait for citizenship is too long, and we will reduce it to 7 years. 7 years, we will reduce it. Some of these from Jamaica, Guyana, Antigua, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, they are fathers and mothers of your children. A number of you are married to them. They can get citizenship easy through that route. But some of you are not ready to pass the ring. There is no reason why the mother or the father of your child should not have their own opportunity to bond on a permanent basis. And we say, if they have no criminal record, if they treat you well, because you will have a say as a spouse, we are prepared after 7 years residence to make them our citizens too.
Different colors. Different colors.
I want briefly to say that the People's Labour Party will work hard to improve the relationships between St. Kitts and Nevis. We have given Nevis its best days in the history of this country. And I, the son of a Nevisian father, and Wendy, the daughter of a Nevisian mother, we, you hear Miss Hamilton, we will work even harder in the context of our constitutional arrangement to improve the relationships with our families and friends in Nevis in a structured way. And we are still committed to build the bridge. Build the bridge of friendship. Build the bridge of unity between St. Kitts and Nevis, because we are one people with one destiny. Yes, we will do that out of love. this election, you have a real choice. A choice between going backward to the old-time politics of Douglas and Bam. We no want to go backwards. And the enlightened politics of our party, your party, the People's Labour Party, which is the only party capable of uniting people across the political divide. So I say, this is the country that we must build for the future. This is the country, when you vote on the 5th of August for this, you help us to deliver a new day, a new journey, a better day, a new partnership for St. Kitts and Nevis as the best managed small island states in the world. They can't stop the People's Labour Party. They can't stop the victory. So on the 5th of August, I ask you to give us the work. I take pleasure in declaring our 2022 manifesto, the contract between our party and the people of our country. This contract has been signed, and our manifesto represents concrete plans to deliver the secure future, job creations, and a growing economy. Thank you, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the opportunity to serve in the next term. Thank you very much. May God bless you. A secure future for all of you. And I want to thank the security forces for the wonderful job they have been doing in maintaining peace. When you look at our policies, they are not left out. We will review their risk pay, review their salaries and conditions of work. We will do it for nurses. We will do it for doctors. We will do it for teachers. We will do it for drain cleaners. We will do it for all. Thank you, St. Kitts and Nevis. I see a better day coming. I see more money coming for all the people. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. God bless you.
Lion heart man, not a Christian. Lion heart man, we don't care no one. Lion heart man, son of the government. Lion heart man, you are the real thing. Abis again, 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 just like a rabbit tail. Abis again, Abis again, Abis again, Abis again, Abis again.
Before the Lante come on, I want to take this time to big up the Lante. He is a young Sandy Pointer who has been keeping the energy alive for PLP. Big up the Lante, young man from Sandy Point Delivery. Big up the Lante.
Thank you. Tomorrow in constituency number 3, we have some socials in Boyd's from 4 to 9, and on Saturday at her constituency office as Akila Byron Nisbet from 4 to 9 as well. Stay tuned. We have some more updates for you for the weekend.
Has come so far.
So stay on our social media pages and check our different group chats for more information. We have some pop-up meetings coming up this weekend as well, going in through the week. You'll be hearing more of that. So all the best. Good night. Safe journeys. Stay safe. Spread the PLP love. Spread the PLP word. Sparry, we love you, PLP. Support the bars behind. Get a drink before you go. And have a good night. See you guys when we see you guys again.
St. Kitts and Nevis has come so far. We cannot risk our future with labor. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to uncontrollable crime when homicides were nearly 40 per year and safety was not a priority. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to reckless spending of taxpayers' dollars when over $500 million were unaccounted for in labor-designed projects like La Valley and Kittition Hill. St. Kitts and Nevis was poorer. St. Kitts and Nevis cannot risk going back to selling passports to suspected international criminals. A time when all Kittitians and divisions were placed on a banned list. Today, under Timothy Harris, the People's Labour Party is building a stronger economy and making our communities safer. Only the PLP has the plan, the people, and the passion to grow our economy, create more jobs, and keep our streets safe.
We welcome all of you to help us deliver the secure future which all of us deserve.
Let's protect and build a better future. St. Kitts and Nevis has come